raising out of the big blind against a limper. Really strong flop here. I've got pretty much everything. 3 jacks, gut shot to a royal. I guess that's it, really. Can make a straight flush. Just to complete here, Queen Jack 10-3, we're in the small blind. Don't want to raise too frequently against 2 limpers. We're going to be out of position throughout the entire hand. Take advantage of the pot odds that we're getting. It's not that strong anyway. I like this hand. 9975 double on the button. Definitely going to VPIP. I guess we'll raise. I like this connectivity. This is a pretty strong hand, and this guy's probably limping dirty with some pretty weak holdings. Open limping. Could take it down free. That's exciting. Didn't really foresee that happening very frequently. Definitely going to check it back here. We don't have any spades. Do have a gut shot. So I opened the button and he called the small blind. 3-handed game. Yeah, check back. Without a spade in their hand. Just show it down. Always losing. A little interesting, he didn't value bet kings and sevens there once I checked so many times. Surely that's the best hand, like always. We got ace, ace, 5 deuce here. And I like these aces. You got a nut suit. We've got 3 or 4 cards working together. Flop the nut flush draw. I'm just going to pot it. Pot it, stack off. All right. And we run into an inferior draw. That's exciting. But our opponent makes a full house somehow. Less exciting. Well, nice hand. King, Jack, 9, 7, single suited. Pretty good hand to open on the button. We flop air. 3-way, so I think this would be a good bet heads up maybe. We've only got a gut shot, but we've got the 9 of hearts. But 3-way, not so much. Okay, I guess we're calling here. Out of position. Very, very tight opener. Half pot. We're going to continue. We turn a wrap. So we're seeing the river. That's all there is to it. We got spades and a wrap and a pair. And we break the river. So, I mean, a tight player potted the turn. Yeah. And I mean, that is a very clear value bet. Aces and queens. Interesting, he chose half pot sizing on the flop, which makes sense. Like he's got so much with top 2 in the nut flush draw that he's sort of he's sort of begging for a call. Kind of interesting too that he would open that hand even in the cutoff. I think it might be a cutoff open. But his stats over only 97 hands, but he's got 6% pre-flop raise. So I was expecting him to show up with something a little stronger pre, but it's probably a fine open. I'm not sure, like, are we supposed to three bet pre in that configuration with that hand or just flat? I'm not sure. Oh, this is an interesting spot too. I guess we're gonna peel. I mean, okay, we'll check. Um, I don't know. I'm just gonna check. Okay. Probably we're supposed to value bet even the four high flush, but theoretically, I didn't feel comfortable doing it. Ace King Jack 3. We're gonna play on the button. Having the King of Spades not ideal. We'd rather that card be in our opponent's hand, but still a decent hand structure. Nut suit, button. Can't do much on the flop here. We connect a little bit. We got a gutter and top pair. But we've got two players behind us. This player is potting it four-way. I'm inclined to give that bet a little respect anyway. All right, we checked pre, we checked the flop, checked the round. So we got top two. Problem is, like, all the rivers are bad for us, except for a queen or a jack. But we got top two, you know? Our opponent was on the low end wrap. King, deuce, 3, 4. All right, so we defend pre. And we're going to stab the turn. Massive draw anyway. Also the 9 of hearts. All right, this hand we open pre. Got called by small blind and big blind. And I'm just going to check back. Probably see about heads up. We do have a double gut shot to 5 or 9. Very clear fold now on the turn. Still have a player behind us. Only one street to go. 2 to 1. We've got 6 nut outs. Very clear. Okay, we three bet. Premium, double paired, single suited aces. But we get a bad flop. 10-8-2. Ooh. That's kind of what we're hoping for. We need 40% on average. We don't have any backdoors really. Let's see it. 30. Yeah. Yeah. Bad call. Bad call. 6 is an interesting turn. Hey, we did it. Wow, we hit the 30%er and pick up aces next hand. So, I mean, that was an interesting one. Like, he had a lot there. He had a pair and a gut shot and a flush draw. That's a little atypical. I think normally he'll have a weaker hand. Anyway, we pick up a really, really big flop here. Nut flush draw, gut shot, aces. Take it down. Aces again. Aces alert. Might complete this one. I'm going to complete it. Oh my God. And he raises. That's so funny. Definitely not really expecting that. Ooh. So I'm gonna just limp call it. I know it's such a weird play. Um, if I raise my hands face up, I think I can actually just fold now. I know you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck, right? But I think there's some logic to that. Like, okay, over here, somehow my aces may have survived four-way. Um, so I complete because I'm in the small blind. I'm gonna be out of position throughout the hand. Yeah, I can get some value here. And then once he raises, like I can limp re-raise, sure. But that's going to be aces all day. He's going to know that. Now I'm playing face up out of position without that much money being put in the pot. Um, like normally when you three bet somebody, it doesn't mean you have aces, right? But to limp re-raise there, I would be face up, I think. That's my thought process. Obviously, we could raise the first time around. I didn't because I didn't like my side cards. That was an interesting hand, actually. I think that was an interesting one. Okay, so villain donks 10 cents. Well, we can't fold. Could raise. I was probably going to bet the flop. We got the king of clubs. We have the six. Okay, we can fold now. Definitely going to isolate this rundown big blind versus small blind, and then we flop no equity and just give up. Turn a garbage wrap. Okay, let's keep going. Probably gonna bluff 20 cents here on the river because pre-flop it looks like we have like high cards, high pair. We can easily check that down until the river gives us a safe like top two, basically kings and threes or whatever. Um, I think that's a reasonable, coherent story. Yeah, kind of interesting here. Top pair, open-ended, three-way, backdoor spades. I'm gonna start betting. I don't know why. I guess it seems like a good spot to bet. We got a little bit of a combo hand. Ace, queen, jack, six, double suited. We get a walk. But wait, there's more. Queen, queen, king, 10. This game sucks. Knit, 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 knit. And this guy's kind of active. Not great. No diamond. I check here. I guess the check call. All right, I'm seeing a river. I'm seeing a river. Oh, oh, I like that hand. Although that's a preposterous river check. My God, only beaten by an extremely unlikely 8-7. That is you're not allowed to check that hand. Oh my, shame on you, sir. Oh, we turn a pair there. I guess we'll bet that half pot. Oh, 27 cents. 27 cents left. I'm gonna call it. Okay. Actually, we got out. We need a four. We need a four. Queen of spades. Oh, brick, brick, brick. Raising it up with aces. I think we can see bet this. The 10's high enough that we could credibly have hit it. We've got the 9, proximity blocking the 10, and of course our aces, pocket aces. It leads. I fold. I don't really care if that was a semi bluff. I'm not going to get into mind games. Okay. Queen, queen, king, 9. Very clear ISO of a very loose limper. 4-way, not a good flop. So we check. Disaster turn. We can basically go on check fold at this point. Complete here in the small blind. 5-5-9, 2 spades. We have the nut flush draw. The board's paired, so we're not going to get too excited about it. Somebody could have a full house already. Ooh. Well, we flopped big. Okay. I guess I'll try for a river check raise. I mean, nobody has anything, but I don't know. Disappointing hand, really. I thought I was going to stack somebody or get stacked myself at least. Speculating here on the button, queen 10, 9, 8. A pretty good hand, actually. I mean, we're on the button. We've got a medium to high card rundown. This guy's in the tank. He's probably knocked over his mouse or something. Drinking a beer, opening his beer. This hand's taking forever. Oh, a spicy 3-bet. Not sure I give this guy a ton of credit. I think this hand plays really well multi-way. And an interesting flop here. So we flop a wrap. 7, 8, 9. Queen, king, 10. I mean, very clear call. We're getting really good odds. And ooh, we're actually we have the plurality of equity. What's that called? Odds on favorite, money favorite. There it is. King on the river, spiked it. Very nice, very nice. And raising it up. You got to play the rush. Top 2 here on a pretty clean board. Aside from 2, 4, 5, 7, most turn cards look pretty innocuous. And we take it down. Unfortunately, not much happening here on our King, Queen, Jack, 9. Very strong hand. High card rundown. Don't even care about the 3 spades. Just a lot of domination power here. Board, of course, runs out of nothing. That's a nice hand, too, actually. Ace, Queen, 5, 4. I think deceptively strong hand. We're just going to pass. Ace, King, Jack, Deuce, King, High suit. Probably an open or on the cusp, but you know what? Tight is right, guys. Tight is right. This is really disappointing. So we ISO, we got 3-bet. Have to feel this hand. I mean, this is just such a strong hand, and unfortunately, we break the flop. It's a dangerous flop to bluff on too. I mean, he could have ace 3, like ace 3, and just start check calling, which would be smart. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it up. Like these sort of low connected boards can be good to bluff on, um, especially if they're a little higher. If there's no wheel possibility against like a tight player who's probably got aces, but there's enough easy money in these games that I don't have to get into leveling wars with regs and just try to own people. I can just focus on stopping the whales and then sort of playing defensively against regs, I guess. Um, yeah, that's my general game plan. So, all right, aces in the small blind, pop it up. We got a nut suit. We got aces. A couple loose players here. Gonna be 280 in the pot. So can't just ram and jam. I'm gonna put on like a blocking bet here. And pretty good turn card. Killing like if he has Jack X or 7X, killing all his two pairs. Plus, of course, we pick up diamonds. And he's not that likely. He's a loose player. Maybe he's in there on a three, but it's not that likely. Boom. Flopping nuts. Taking it down.